All right, we'll go ahead and get started. Welcome to yoga. We will get centered to begin. So go ahead and sit comfortably, however that looks like for you. And to start, go ahead and shrug your shoulders up towards your ears, take them behind you, and then drop them down. Feel the spine more elongated here, the crown of the head lifting toward the ceiling. Your eyes can close or lower. Arriving in your body here, feeling the connection your body makes to the floor, to clothing, to other body parts, the temperature of the air on the skin. All of the sensation inside of your body. Mindfulness practices tell us that sensations usually fall into one of three categories: pleasant, neutral, and unpleasant. And there might be multiple experiences here for you tonight. Just notice what's there, not trying to figure anything out or even to judge that experience, but just to know what it is. Not getting caught up in any plan to fix anything or have preference over one experience. And in all of those experiences in this body, you'll notice your breath moving, the body expanding, the body contracting. Allowing this awareness of your breath to bring you here to the present moment. And we'll spend just a few more breaths here with that present moment. And then go ahead and take a deep breath in, holding the breath in at the top of the inhale. 3, 2, and 1. Exhale. And bring your palms together and honor yourself as you are in this moment. Body, breath, energy, and mind. And it's from that place within you that we'll practice tonight. So go ahead and rub the palms together. And taking the heated palms over the eyes. And then gently brushing over the top of your head and down your neck, bringing yourself back to the space around you. Good. So we're going to begin on hands and knees tonight. Table pose, please. Bring the hands underneath your shoulders, knees beneath your hips or slightly further back. And we'll start with some cat-cow movements. So inhale, look forward, feel the tailbone lift behind you. Exhale, round the back, tucking the chin and tail under. Inhale, looking forward, tailbone lifts, and exhale, round the back. Let's do this a few more times, warming up the spine. Good. Deep breath in. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale back up to hands and knees. And exhale back to child's pose. And just continue to move between these poses now. Inhale, hands and knees, table pose. Exhale, releasing back to child's pose. Good. Adding on to this movement. Inhale up to hands and knees. Exhale, bend your elbows, squeeze them in towards your waist. Bring your chest down into the space between your thumbs, and then push up and go back to child's pose. Good. Let's do that again. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, chest press. Go as far as you can without collapsing. That might not be all the way down. And then push up and back to child's pose. Please continue. Inhale up. Exhale, press. Push up and back. Please continue. Warming up the arms and shoulders, chest. We'll just go a couple more rounds. 3, 2, one more press, and then push up and child's pose. Sinking back, take an adjusting breath now. Feel sensation. Good. Then inhale back up to hands and knees. Curl the toes under. Lift the hips, downward facing dog, and let's work the dog out a bit. Press a heel to the floor, bend the opposite knee. And then switching sides. Breathe. And then inhale, float gently back down onto hands and knees. Child's pose once again. Good. Let's come up to hands and knees, please. So doing a little bit of balancing here on 4s. Well, it's 4s for now. We're going to lose a little bit of support here in just a moment. I'm going to ask you to look forward with your chest. And as you're still looking in the direction in front of you, extend your right leg out behind you. Flex the right foot and turn the toes to point down toward the floor. There's an internal rotation of the right hip, and then lift the heel as high as you can. Breathe here. Squeeze that leg up. And then place the knee on down. And we'll do the other side. Extending your left leg behind you. Again, looking forward with the chest. Flex the left foot. Turn the toes to look to point downwards. Internal rotation of the left hip. Keep squeezing up that heel. Good, then bring the knee down. We're gonna go back to the first side. We're gonna make it a bit more interesting. So extending the right leg out, looking forward. Good, get light on your left hand, and extend the left arm straight forward. So opposite arm, opposite hand. If you try to do the same side, you will fall. So breathing here. And then place both back down. All right, side number 2. Go ahead and extend your left leg out behind you. Again, toes pointing toward the floor. Get light on the right hand, and then extend it forward. Squeezing up the arm, squeezing up the leg. And try to steady your core. Good, bringing both back down. All right, we're gonna do that one more time on each side, because why not? We're already here. Go ahead and extend the right leg. And once you feel stable with the right leg, extend the left arm forward and squeeze it all up. Breathe. And bring both down. All right, side number 2. Extend the left leg. Extend the right arm. Squeeze it all up. Breathe. Deep breath in. And exhale, bring it all down. Good. Go ahead and sink back into child's pose for a moment. Notice sensation. And then come back up to hands and knees. Doing a little bit more work here on the ground. I'm going to ask you to bring your elbows down to where your hands were. So coming down onto your forearms and the elbows stacking underneath the shoulders. Now you can have your hands just flat on the floor here, or if you want to, you can interlace your fingers. So it's really just a matter of preference. I don't really think it makes that big of a difference. But when you're ready, curl the toes under and lift the hips. And you're lifting the chest away from the floor as much as you can here. This is Dolphin Pose. It's like down dog, but a little bit lower in the upper body. You're still reaching the hips toward the ceiling behind you. It's okay if the knees bend. And you're pulling the chest away from the ground. And if it helps, you can look at the floor, or you can keep the head in line with the spine. 3, 2, and 1. Bring the knees down and sit back into child's pose. All right. So from child's pose, go ahead and walk your hands back, coming up to a seat. Getting some work done for the back and shoulders today. Go ahead and come up to kneeling, then bring a foot forward and step up to standing. It's a smooth transition. Get us from the ground to standing real quick. All right, let's do some arm swings. 3-part inhale through the nose, powerful exhale out of the mouth with the movement. And today, we'll give you 2 options. You can either exhale, drop the body down to come back up, or you can jab the elbows back, all right? It's up to you what you do for that exhale. For everybody's inhale, it'll be inhale, arms up, inhale back, inhale up, and then exhale. And we're gonna go for about 2 minutes. So when you're ready, let's go ahead and get started. Inhale, 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 exhale, inhale, 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 exhale. Inhaling through the nose. Powerful exhale out of the mouth, clearing the respiratory system. Clearing out the lungs, getting rid of that stale, toxic air that can build up in the base portion of the lungs. Also clearing the throat of impurities. It's a great one to do this time of year during allergy season. Clearing it out. Good, so you're about halfway done. You can keep going at the pace you're going at now. If you feel like you need to slow it down, you can, of course. About 30 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Come back to standing and release. And take a deep breath in, reach your arms overhead. Hold the breath in for 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Again, inhale, reach the arms overhead. Hold the breath in for 3, 2, 1. Exhale. One more time, inhale. And hold. Exhale. Interlacing your fingers behind your back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift the arms off the back. Gently bend the knees, and then hinge at the hips, folding down. And breathe. And then release the arms, hands to the floor, or toward the floor, I should say. Releasing the head, the neck, the arms, shoulders, the upper back. And then from here, go ahead and press your palms to shins, come halfway up. And exhale, fold back down. Again, halfway up. Exhale back down. One more time, halfway. And fold. Sweep the arms out to the sides, the strong back, come all the way up. And palms to the heart. Good. I got the blood flowing. So taking your feet just a little bit wider apart, we'll do our swinging from side to side. And 2 options again. You can let the arms flail with you. If there's not enough space for that, hands can go on top of your shoulders, and you can do the twisting here, all right? So go ahead and pick one and twist. Letting your back heel lift up so your hips twist with you. The arms are hitting the body if they're flailing with you, and you're looking behind you. Finding your breath in this practice. As we know, the breath can become shallow here, so deepening it when you notice that's happening for you. Breathe from side to side, unwinding tension in the back, the spine. About 20 more seconds. Three, 2, and 1. Unwind. And feel sensation. And then bringing your awareness on back. Good. So we're going to build a little sun salutation, a little flow. And we'll start with just really basic movements. And every 3 to 5 rounds or so, I'll add a component to it until we're in a fully expressed sun salutation. So if it feels a little simple at first, just know that we're getting there. Part of it's to warm up the body, and part of it's just to kind of get you into the flow a bit more. You know, if the pieces build one on top of the other, we're not spending so much time in our head doing Simon Says, and we start to feel a bit more into the practice itself. So go ahead and step to the top of your mat, whichever direction that is for you. Have the feet stacking underneath your hips. Bring your palms together at the heart, and just find your breath to start. Good. With your next inhale, sweep your arms down, back, and up. And then exhale, just release the arms down. Told you it's going to start simple. Inhale, reach the arms back up again. And exhale, release the arms down. Let's do this 3 more times. Reach up. And down. And back up. And down. Up. And down. Good. We'll add this time. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward and down. Inhale, reverse that, come all the way back up. And palms to the heart. Inhale, sweep down and up. Exhale, hinge at the hips and fold. Reverse it, come all the way back up. And palms to the heart. And twice more. Inhale, reach. And fold. And up. Palms to the heart. Inhale, reach. And fold. And all the way up. And palms to the heart. Good. Reach up. And fold forward. And press palms to shins halfway up. Exhale, fold. Sweep the arms out to the sides, come all the way up. And palms to the heart. Let's do this 2 more times. Reach up, inhale. Exhale, swan dive. Palms to shins. Exhale, release. All the way up, inhale. Palms to the heart. Again, reach. And fold. Halfway. And down. All the way up. Palms to the heart, adding on to it again. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, bend the knees, sweep the arms behind you, chair prep. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, grounding it. Inhale, straighten the knees. And exhale, swan dive, fold forward. Palms to shins, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Sweep the arms out to the sides, come all the way up. And palms to the heart. We know this one. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, bend the knees, chair prep. Inhale, chair pose. Lift and fold. Halfway and down. Arms out to the sides, come all the way up, inhale. And palms to the heart. 3 more times. Reach up, inhale. Chair prep. Chair pose. Lift and fold. Halfway and down. All the way up. Heart. Inhale. Chair prep. Chair. Lift and fold. Halfway and down. All the way up. and heart. One more time like this, sweep up, chair prep, chair pose, lift and fold, halfway up, exhale down, sweep the arms out to the sides, come all the way up, and palms to the heart. I'm gonna have you stop for just a moment before we start adding lunges and down dogs. Find your breath. Find your calm, steady center. And then we'll move into our sun salutation in earnest. So with your inhale, sweep up, chair prep, chair pose, lift and fold, halfway up. Exhale down, step your right foot way back, right foot, knee to the ground, crescent lunge. Exhale, downward facing dog. Coming into plank pose or knees down. Exhale, bring your body all the way down to the floor, hands under your shoulders. Ground the hips. Inhale, lift the head, chest, and legs, locust pose. Exhale, release down. Curl the toes under, either push up the hands and knees to down dog or plank straight up and back to downward facing dog. In down dog, lift the right leg high and step it through, helping it forward, of course. Back knee on the ground, crescent lunge. Good. Exhale, hands down, step forward. Palms to shins, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Sweep the arms out to the sides, come all the way up. And palms to the heart. Inhale, sweep up. Chair prep. Chair pose. Lift and fold. Halfway up. Exhale down. Please step your left foot back this time. Back knee to the floor. Crescent lunge. Good. Downward facing dog. Plank pose or knees down. Exhale, plank yourself down to the floor. Good. Ground the hips. Lift the head, chest, and legs. Locust. Exhale, release. Curl the toes under, pushing up. And back to down dog. Left leg lifts when you get there. And step it on through. Back knee to the floor. Crescent lunge. Beautiful. Hands down, step forward. Palms to shins. Exhale, release. Sweep the arms out to the sides, come all the way up. And palms to the heart. Good. Let's do it again. Inhale, lift. Chair prep. Chair pose. Straighten the legs, inhale. Exhale, swan dive. Halfway up. Exhale down, step the right foot back. Knee to the floor, crescent lunge. Downward facing dog. Plank or knees down. Exhale to the earth. Rounding the hips, lift the head, chest, and legs. And release, curling the toes under, pushing up. And back into downward facing dog. Right leg lifts as you get there. And step the foot on through. Knee to the ground, crescent lunge. Exhale, hands down, step forward. Palms to shins, halfway up. And exhale, release. Sweeping the arms out to the sides, come all the way up, inhale. Palms to the heart. Good. 2 more rounds. Sweep up, inhale. Chair prep. Chair pose. Good. Lift and fold. Halfway up. And down. Step the left foot back. Knee to the ground. Crescent lunge. Downward facing dog. Plank or knees down. Exhale, chest to the earth. Release the hips. Lift the head, chest, and legs, locust. Exhale, release down, pushing up and back. Left leg lifts and steps. Knee to the ground, crescent lunge. Beautiful. Hands down, step forward. Palms to shins. Exhale down. Sweep the arms out to the sides, come all the way up. Palms to the heart. Okay, we're gonna head into our last one. We're gonna add some holds. Sweep up. Chair prep. Chair. Stay. Reach up, inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Palms to shins. And exhale, fold. Step the right foot back. Knee to the ground, crescent lunge. Exhale, bring the hands down, stay here. Your right hand comes to the floor next to your left foot. Reach the left arm forward, inhale. Exhale, spiral the arm into the air, coming into a lunging twist. Breathe. Good. Then unwind, hand to the floor, downward facing dog. Floating down onto hands and knees. Exhale, chest press. Release the hips. Rounding the pelvis, lift the head, chest, and legs, locust pose. And squeeze the elbows in towards your side. Feel the inner thighs lifting behind you. Stay for 3, 2, and 1. Release. Just taking an adjusting breath. Good. And then curling the toes under, push up and back, downward facing dog. Staying here for about 3 to 4 breaths. Feeling length in the spine. You can bend your knees a bit if you need to. All right. When you're ready, lift your right leg up. Exhale, step it through. Knee to the ground, crescent lunge. Come on up. And exhale, bring the hands to the ground and staying here. Left hand comes flat to the floor, or maybe the fingertips. And then reach the right arm forward, inhale. Exhale, sweep it into the air, coming into a lunging twist. Just staying for a few breaths. Good, unwind. Step the back foot forward. Palms to shins, halfway up. And exhale, fold. Sweeping the arms out to the sides, come all the way up. And palms to the heart. Good job. Take a break, grab some water. It started with simple movement, and then got a little more complicated after a while. There's also this interesting thing that happens when we systematically warm up the body. You start to feel the exercise in different ways. Maybe the muscles feel more fatigued afterwards, or that they're really getting some strength in them. Or maybe you hated the whole thing, that's fine too. All right, for our next exercise, I'm going to ask you to take a wide stance on your yoga mat. Nice and wide apart, and the toes for this one are pointing out to the sides, about 45 degrees, okay? Now we'll check and make sure if you need to widen or narrow your stance here now. Hands can be on the hips. Take a deep breath in. With your exhale, bend your knees out toward the toes as you sink down into a squat, all right? Now, if your knees are going out over your ankles, you're gonna want to widen your stance, okay? Or if you feel terribly unstable, you can either widen or narrow your stance, okay? All right, we're gonna move in and out a few times. Exhale, sink down. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, sink down. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, sink. And up. And sink. And up. Good. Go ahead and sink down. This time we're going to stay. Your hands can stay on the hips, or you can come into cactus arms. Sinking down. Feeling the heart lift as the hips sink. For 3, 2, and 1. Straighten the legs and release the arms on down. Now turn the feet parallel, toes pointing directly forward, or even pigeon toeing a little bit here. And I'll ask you to interlace your fingers at your lower back again. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, bend the knees just a bit, and then hinge at the hips and fold over wide legs, lifting the arms as far off the back as they're willing to go today. And breathe. And then staying in the forward fold, go ahead and release the hands toward the floor. And you can grab opposite elbows here if you'd like to, or if the hands just want to hang toward the floor, that's fine too. Good, all right. So from here, sweep the arms out to the side, strong back, lift all the way up. And release the arms down. And you can step the feet together. Right. So we're going to come down to the floor here in just a moment, but let's do it in a fun way. All right. So we'll just have fun with this one. Have the feet stack underneath the hips. And with your inhale, go ahead and roll up onto the balls of your feet. And exhale, roll back down. Then inhale, roll up onto the balls of the feet. And exhale, roll down. Let's add the arms. Roll up, lift the arms up and overhead. Exhale, release. Inhale, rolling up. Exhale, rolling down. Rolling up. And rolling down. A couple more times. And as you do so, think about the thighs squeezing toward one another as you lift. And as you lower. Last one, roll up. Stay up. Squeeze the thighs. Breathe. If you fall, it's okay. Just come back into it. Good. And as you release the heels down, fold forward. Stepping into downward facing dog. Floating down onto hands and knees, releasing the feet, coming into child's pose. Good. With your next inhale, go ahead and roll yourself up to a seat, and I will demonstrate the next exercise for us. After I take a drink of water, trying to stay hydrated these days. So the next one is another balancing pose. here down on the floor, which the good news is means there's not as far to fall when we do fall down. And so earlier in class, we did opposite arm, opposite leg. This time we are going to do the same arm and the same leg, but there's a twist to it. Not an actual like body twist, but there's a give. So I'm going to start by balancing on my right hand and my right leg. And to make that a bit more possible, just to demonstrate, I'm going to take my right foot, the one that's tapping, and take it back behind me a little bit, about 45 degrees. That way, when I come on to my right side, I'm standing on a triangle between my hand, my knee, and my foot. All right. So that's the trick here, so that you don't fall over. So I'll create that kickstand with my right leg. I'll extend the left leg behind me, and then I'll externally rotate the hip. So earlier it was internally rotated. Now we're externally rotating it and lifting the leg as high as we can. Then I'll bring the left hand onto my hip and roll the shoulder open and start to look forward. All right. You may from here be able to extend the arm into the air or overhead, keep lifting the leg, keep rolling the shoulder back. This is kind of like a half moon, but on the floor. And we'll stay for a while and then we'll switch sides. So if you weren't already doing that with me, let's do that together. Let's balance on the right foot and knee first. It's okay to bring some cushion under the knee if you need to, a folded blanket or doubling your mat up. Let's take the right leg back behind you a little bit. Extend the left leg out. Externally rotate the left hip. Then keep your eyes on the floor as you bring your left hand onto your left hip or waist. Good. Keep the right arm straight. Squeeze up the left leg, and then begin to roll the left shoulder back. Then you keep looking at the floor, or you can look straight forward. You might even be able to look straight up. If the shoulders are stacking one on top of the other, you can take the top arm into the air. And staying for just a few more breaths. And when you're done on this side, go ahead and bring both down. Might feel good to rest in child's pose between sides. But then we will do the other side. So if you need more time to rest, keep resting, but I'm going to instruct the other side now. So balancing on the left foot, sorry, left hand, left knee, left foot. You can take the left foot behind you, creating that little kickstand, and then extend your right leg out. Externally rotate the hip and bring the right hand onto the hip, taking the right shoulder back. Okay. You can keep looking at the floor. You could look forward, squeeze up the right leg. Maybe the right arm comes into the air here. And maybe you look up and maybe none of that happens. That's okay too. Squeeze up the heel and breathe. Staying for 3, 2, and 1. Carefully come down and child's pose. Wonderful. When you're ready, go ahead and bring yourself back up and come onto your back for a few more postures. So take your time with that transition, but once you get onto your back, bring your feet flat to the floor, heels about hip width apart, heels stacking underneath your knees, prepping for bridge pose. And your arms can just stay down by your sides here, or maybe out to the side a little bit. And with your next inhale, go ahead and pick up the hips, reach your pelvis toward the ceiling. Then exhale, release down. Let's do that again. We'll lift the hips into the air, really squeezing the glutes at the top of the inhale. Then exhale, release down. Again, squeezing up into bridge pose, really squeezing the glutes at the top. Exhale down. Let's do 3 more on your breath, squeezing up. And as you come into the pose this last time, go ahead and stay for a few breaths. Really squeezing up. 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, release the hips gently back to the floor. Hugging your knees into your chest here. And keeping the knees drawn in, take the arms out to the sides, and we're going to move in and out of the twist a few times before we hold. So take a deep breath in. With your exhale, take your knees to the right, take your chin to the left, and twist. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, take the knees to the left, the chin to the right, and twist. Inhale back to center. Knees to the right. Inhale back. Knees to the left. Inhale back. A few more times. Keep going. Trying to keep the shoulders grounded the entire time. And as your knees go to the right, go ahead and leave them there. Feel your left shoulder ground, and your chin can turn to the left as well. Resting here in this twist. And then taking a deeper, fuller breath, go ahead and unwind with an inhale. Taking a moment in center. And then when you feel ready, do the other side. With an exhale, drop the knees to the left. And feeling your right shoulder and arm ground, turning the chin to the right. Breathing here. And then taking a deeper, fuller breath, go ahead and unwind as you're ready. And hug your knees on in. And with the knees drawn into your chest, with an exhale, curl the chin in toward the throat, bring the forehead up toward the knees, shoulders lift. And as you're up there, get a tighter grip on the legs, maybe holding closer down toward the ankles. And then keep that grip as you release the shoulders and head back down. Now, you'll feel two things as you do that. One, there's more tractioning in your lower back. And the other is you might feel your lower back pick up off the floor a bit more. And so, what you can do to get even more release in the lower back is to think about grounding or rolling the tailbone back down to the floor. And breathe. 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and release. Just see if your body needs or wants anything else before we come to rest. Spending just a moment answering that question with your body. And you can continue to do that adjustment, but when you do feel ready to relax, you can extend your legs down to the floor and uncross. And so coming to relax if you're not here already. Again, feeling the body uncross. And feeling the connection your body makes to the ground. And feeling the gentle breath in your body, and try to slow the breath down now. Take your time as you inhale and take your time as you exhale. And as the breath slows down, the mind slows down. And just continue to do that as you rest here longer, taking your time on inhale and taking your time on exhale. peace, peace, peace. Please begin to take a deeper, fuller breath, allowing some gentle movements in the hands and feet, your arms and legs, slowly bringing your body and awareness back to the space around you. Take your time as you roll gently to your right side and transitioning to a seat once you feel complete here. So once you've made it to a seat, bring your palms together and lower the chin and honor yourself for the work you've done here tonight. Gratitude for all of the effort. And may that effort and this practice continue to serve you. So until we meet again, namaste.